When I first started training in communication, I quickly noticed that sales professionals were the most enthusiastic in applying the skills. Ironically, I never considered myself in sales, so I faced a steep learning curve in the lingo, the culture, and in facing my own imposter syndrome. I'll never forget one woman, while preparing for a $10 million pitch in our class, shouting at me, "Don't you know anything about sales?" In that moment, I really wondered if I did. But later I realized that what I was advising her was exactly correct. She was making an ask of her audience that her audience could never deliver. That's a guaranteed way to fail in sales. I've since learned a critical truth. Everyone is in sales. If you've ever applied for a job, tried to get your way, or asked for a better deal, you've been selling. One of the most common mistakes I see people make in communication is assuming that other people are as motivated as you are about what you're offering. When we make that assumption, we talk about what we know instead of what the other person cares about. There's a sales methodology that addresses this issue. It's called the feature, function, benefit framework. Instead of focusing only on a feature, what something is, you explain what it does, that's the function, and give the reasons for making a choice. Those are the benefits. Entire companies build their sales approach around this model. But I believe it's incomplete. Reason alone doesn't move people to action. Value does. Think about speeding. I could show you how cruise control works. That's a feature. I could explain how it maintains safe speeds. That's a function. I could list reasons why speeding is dangerous. That's your benefits. But you're still going to speed, unless I tap into what you value. Maybe it's safety for your family. Maybe it's your integrity. Maybe it's your desire to be different. But unless I find your why, I won't be able to change your behavior. Let's apply this to something closer to home, say online communications training. Here's how I might pitch each element. I could list the features. Hey, our confidence in speaking course includes 8 sessions, downloadable guides, and expert-led videos. I could tell you what the training will do for you. That's the function. You'll know what makes a great presenter. You'll have techniques to practice, and you'll learn how to focus your brain on what matters to quiet the imposter syndrome that you experience. And I can share the benefits of our training. Benefits are usually comparative. You'll use the words more or less, or words that end in ER. For example, we can reduce or lessen your prep time. You'll speak more clearly or have less anxiety as you take the stage. Those are all good. But to really connect with the action part of your brain and heart, I need to connect to the value you perceive and want. You'll be seen as a leader. You'll create opportunities for yourself. You'll finally take that vacation without worrying if your team can handle things in your absence. Value is personal. One person might value professional growth, while another may want to feel respected. Maybe you just want to get home in time for a kid's t-ball game. Same training, different motivation, different values. That's why all 4 elements matter. Features justify the purchase and get you on the short list of options. Functions explain the utility and what can be done, which is easy to match to the current tasks and needs of your buyer. Benefits help you compare options and provide reasons for your selection. But value drives the decision. Feature, function, benefit, value. A 4-step model, not just for selling, but for connecting with what truly moves people to any sort of action.